guys, welcome back to the kitchen. Today we'll be making tiramisu cake. This uses a sponge cake recipe mixed with a tiramisu filling. So let's get started. First, you want to whisk together your egg yolks and your sugar for your sponge cake. You want to just whisk them until all the sugar is dissolved. And then what you would do is you will add in your milk mixture and then your oil. This is just to combine all the liquids ingredients with your sugar and that all the sugar can dissolve properly. And then you will beat your egg whites in your mixture until it is stiff peaks. In this, I will add in tablespoon by tablespoon of my sugar just to help the eggs incorporate better and that the egg whites don't deflate. Shift in your cocoa powder and cake flour so that there's no lumps or chunks in your flour mixture. You can also add in instant coffee or espresso to enhance the chocolate flavor. After you are done mixing in your flour and cocoa powder, you can add in your egg whites. I find that it is easier to mix in half your egg whites at a time. After you're done mixing your batter, you're going to transfer it to a small sheet pan and bake it at 325 degrees for about 30 minutes. Now we're going to move on to making the tiramisu filling. You want to whisk your eggs and your sugar over a double boiler until all the sugar is dissolved. And then now I'm going to combine my gelatin powder with my water and set aside for it to bloom. Now what you want to do is combine your cheese with your egg yolks and sugar mixture. Make sure to leave the cheese out on the counter for it to cool to room temperature before using it. After you finish mixing the cheese, you want to fold in your softly whipped cream. And while you are doing this, you want to put the gelatin you just made into the microwave and heat it for about 10 seconds so it will melt and you can add that to the tiramisu filling. The gelatin I made is a little bit watery because of the amount of water I added, but it's totally fine. Here I have my sponge cake already cut and fitted for my springform pan. I'm just going to soak it with coffee and rum. And here you can add your first layer of filling and just smooth it out. I'm adding half of the mixture because this mold will fit one tiramisu recipe. And now you just need to dip your Ladyfingers and layer it on top of the first tiramisu filling. You might need to cut or trim your Ladyfingers so it will fit your mold. I am using a 7-inch springform pan, so depending on your pan or your mold, you might have a little bit leftover fillings or you might need to make a little more. When you get to the top, I just like to scrape it cleanly and then clean up the sides, and then I will put it into the fridge for about 2 hours or overnight. When you want to take it out, you just run a knife around the corners and then you can easily slide it out. You can just easily serve it with a dusting of cocoa powder on top, but what I want to do here is trim my Ladyfingers on the bottom so they can stand upright and add it to the side of my cake to make a very nice ladyfinger border to it. This is purely for just decoration. I also added a little ribbon to it to hold all the cookies together. I also garnish it with some freshly whipped cream and just using a star tip, I'm piping little designs on top of it. And then I will finish them off with some chocolate covered espresso bean for the nice presentation. Thank you for watching this video and I wish you guys a happy holiday. If you love our channel, please subscribe below and don't forget to leave a like below. Thank you.